It's been a while. Sorry. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, there's just been a lot going on. There's nothing else to say about that. Things I want to talk about today. Catching up a little bit. There's not a whole lot that's really going on. I think it's a couple things, but they're on the list. Um, I have started a couple videos ago. Last video, a couple videos ago, right after the beginning of the year. I mentioned that I was thinking about starting up home brewing. Well, I've done that past several weekends, about a month now. Um, I've been doing some home brewing, 1 gallon batches, keeping it small, trying to get all the bugs worked out of the equipment. I'm using the propane burner now instead of the stove like I used at the other house. Um, but I found a shop that was here in town. It was nice and whatnot until like 2 weeks later he closed. So I had to find another shop, which I did. It's a heck of a long drive from here, but I found another shop. Um, Maybe one of these days we'll do a homebrew edition of my video log. That would be kind of fun. The shed is happening finally. Resubmitted the details to the Homeowners Association in November, and I've still not heard from them. So I'm going to move the shed out here and do what I think needs to be done to it, and I'll just take care of addressing them after the fact. I'm tired of waiting. I have asked nicely on several occasions, and they have just been completely unresponsive or helpful. Crohn's disease. So my wife has had Crohn's disease for several years now. Um, and she has had abscesses around her rectum. They are called perianal abscesses. They're apparently very painful. Just recently, she went and we had a surgery where the surgeon put in some different types of drains. Um, and we've been recovering from that for the past 3 weeks now. 3 weeks. And surprisingly, she feels much better. She acts like she feels much better. She says she's not getting a lot of goop out of the abscesses like she was before. So we're very hopeful in that. Aside from that, it's been work as usual. I found out that all the batteries for my remote control aircraft are all dead and need to be replaced. I've got money set aside to get the shed moved and taken care of. I'm hoping that I'll have a few $100 of mad money left over. Once I get everything situated in the shed, I'm actually going to buy me a nice toolbox for the garage. That'll be fun. But I went through and I made up made up a list of things that I want to talk about. Just to try to be nostalgic and talk about my childhood and whatnot. But my wife has been feeling so much better that my daughter has noticed, and she's excited that mommy will get better, that her tummy will feel better, and that her butt will feel better so that she can have another baby in her tummy. So it's actually had me and my wife thinking a lot about it recently, but we'll see. Not sure yet. So yeah. Spent most of the day today with the windows open, one of those rare breaks in late February where the weather is really nice. Clean the house up. Not a whole lot else going on, I suppose. It's just been a lot of grinding, work. My partner at work was out for a couple of weeks. He was in a bad car accident, broke all of his ribs, all of them. Yeah, so that was a couple of interesting weeks. And then me and my daughter just got over pneumonia this past week. So yay, us. Hopefully we'll get out tomorrow. I do need to clean up my desk some. You'll notice that I used the narrower focus this time. There's a reason for that. Get my desk cleaned up and try to get out some this week. It would be nice out. It'd be nice to get out of the house and do some stuff. So we'll leave it at that. We're coming up on the 5-minute mark. There's not a whole lot else going on. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's probably something else that I can talk about. I'm looking over here in the corner. You can see the bags. For winter, me and me and my daughter packed up some bags to take in the car in the case that we got stuck in the car during an inclement weather event, if you will. So there's enough stuff in those bags to get us through a couple of days. If we had to march home, we might be able to do that from any point along our journey. But mostly they were for if we had to stay overnight or something in the car, just to be prepared. She was very disappointed and upset that we spent the energy to actually assemble the contents of the bags and then didn't get to use them. So I know I try to explain to her that that's a good thing, that we were prepared, and that it's good that the worst didn't happen. So there were some tornadoes in the area where I don't know if they were actual tornadoes. The weather was tornado latent. No, it was tornado prone. The weather got really bad here. Apparently, everybody else in the area was actually in the bathtub with their family. I had the amateur radio stuff on listening. Actually never heard anybody report the sight of a funnel cloud or a tornadic appearance. So, but that's it. That's kind of what's been going on just recently. For the past month and a half, there's not been a whole lot happening. I'm going to try to get back into every Friday. At best, at worst, I'm hoping every other Friday. Maybe once a month, we'll see. I've got enough stuff here to do probably a couple months worth of every Friday. So we'll catch you guys next time. Take it easy.